What's up, guys? This is CJ.
And Sarah.
And it's Wednesday, and that means it's time for another Keto Conversations. So let's get this done. Conversations. And so we have a extra special guest tonight. Sarah's going to be here, and we actually have some topics that we want to talk about.
Yes.
And so she's going to do a lot of talking, and I'm just going to kind of throw stuff in.
Which is kind of how it is in real life.
Here and there. Oh, you do all the talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's probably true.
That's okay.
Anyway, that's probably how come we do so well together, because
Yes.
I don't say a lot.
So we are going to kind of be talking about maybe a few reasons why you're losing weight slowly, which is not a bad thing. You're still losing weight. But I know for CJ and I, we're on the downward slope of our personal weight loss stories. We've already lost a significant amount of weight.
Yeah.
Over the last year and a half. Well, not quite a year and a half yet, but going into a year and a half. And weight loss has dramatically slowed, if not actually stopped. I think we've both noticed a slowdown.
Yeah.
I think you are less than myself.
Recently I actually I've lost another like 3 or 4 pounds recently.
Yeah. But
then even, I think last week when I got on the scale, it had magically changed.
That's the first thing we should talk about.
And
kill the scale.
Yeah, so, but I should finish that thought though. So when I got on the scale, it had gone up, but I'm also a big proponent of, I'm always preaching, take your measurements, take your measurements. And I had, although the scale had gone up, I had actually lost like 1/4 of an inch off my waist. And I am wearing size 38 pants comfortably now. I've been able to, kind of squeeze my belly in them for a while, but
I think that's a really good
But now
tip.
I'm actually I can wear them comfortably,
right,
fitting well, and so stuff's still happening. Yeah, things are still happening.
So you're not, I guess it couldn't be technically considered a plateau then, because you are still having some form of progress, no matter how slow it seems.
Yeah, and I think another thing that, and this is not on the script, but another thing that we should mention is you may lose weight completely different on doing keto than you ever have if you lost weight before.
It's not like calorie restriction or any other.
I mean, and I guess where I'm going is your body might look totally different.
You could weigh the same as you have weighed in the past and maybe consider yourself overweight, according to maybe weights you have been in the past, but look completely different, be wearing smaller sizes.
I don't think that's happened to you.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I mean, I have lost 50 pounds 3 times. This is my 3rd time losing a significant amount of weight in my lifetime. But this is the smallest I have ever been size-wise. And so, and just proportion where I have lost weight is completely different with keto than ever before.
Yeah, so again, just because the scale may have slowed down, it doesn't mean that keto is not working for you.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Right, so definitely go by your measurements, your sizes.
Yeah.
If, your rings are fitting looser, just all kinds of things. If you just feel, if your feet get smaller, I mean, my calves have gotten smaller, just strange places, I'll notice a difference. So
I think I was watching Dr. Berg, and he was talking about the importance of measurements, and because over time keto is, your fat is
slowly whittling away.
Right, but you may not be able to see it because it's maybe so gradual that you. And
I highly recommend that video. We should link that video below, simply because it helped me to understand that this journey on this side of the hill is going to be a lot slower. and could actually take years. Yes, years.
I don't know if people want to hear
I know, and maybe you don't want to hear that, but
and everybody's different.
They are.
Yeah,
Everyone is different. It's
everybody's
different for men and women.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Because women, I think, are a lot more hormonally dominated than men. We have to deal with estrogen. We have to deal with menopause, premenopause, childbirth, all of those things that, we're more like estrogen dominant and things like that. So it is different for women.
Right.
I think it takes women I think it's longer and more gradual than men on keto. I think a lot of times for men, their weight loss up front is a little higher, a little faster.
Right.
Yeah.
Up front. Right.
Yeah.
And that may have something to do with because we have more muscle mass.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing is that on the ketogenic diet, you are increasing your human growth hormone, so you are going to be putting on more muscle, and muscle weighs the same as your fat. So even if you think you are not, weight-wise on the scale getting any smaller, that muscle is way more dense and takes up a whole lot less space. If you were to put a pound of butter on a scale versus a pound of meat, it's going to be a lot smaller. And even though it still weighs the same, it takes up way less space.
Right.
So.
Right. And so, yeah, that's just something to keep in mind as you're, doing keto. Is you may get to a point where when you're kind of toward maybe the end of your journey, whatever that is.
And no matter what diet you've ever chosen, or even if you've done other things in the past like calorie restriction or Weight Watchers or any of those things, it's true. The closer you get to your goal, you're going to slow down in weight loss, no matter what you've chosen.
Yeah. So, what's that called? There's a fancy name for that. For when your body's trying to...
Homeostasis. Homeostasis.
Yeah.
Homeostasis is when your body goes,
whoa. We should have the words that come across.
We'll write it across the screen.
Homeostasis.
Where your body goes, whoa, you're trying to starve us to death. We need to keep a certain amount of weight on our bodies because... back in Paleolithic times and things like that, you would go for a long period of time without eating, and you needed to keep a certain amount of body fat, and especially for women, right off the top, we're like 30% more than men.
Right.
For childbearing and that kind of thing.
Right.
So yeah, your body kind of goes into a freak out where it pulls the reins in because it thinks you've already lost enough weight.
Right.
So that can take some time.
Yeah, and that could be another reason that maybe things have kind of slowed down.
Right. Right. And age.
Age.
Neither one of us are spring chickens. I mean, we're not geriatric yet.
Speak for yourself. But you're younger.
Okay, we're not 20. Let's put it that way.
No.
So, things are different. Your metabolism is different than what it was when you were 20. So, that is definitely a factor.
Yeah, and I think, one of the things we... one of the video, and we will put a link to this video by Dr. Berg, but you may even need to start. So you've been going along doing keto, and you really haven't had to exercise. You really haven't had to do anything because it's just working, and it's like, hey, ain't it great? I can eat bacon, and it's I'm losing weight, and I can eat butter, and I can eat all this stuff. But when you get to the point where you might slow down, it may be time that you need to add some exercise.
Yeah.
That you may, and that's kind of why with some of the keto conversations that I've done in the past, though, I've talked about trying to incorporate the exercise because I'm feeling like I'm sensing that it feels like I need to start doing something.
And both of us in the past have lost weight. Incorporating exercise. Yeah. So there's no denying that it does work.
Oh yeah, I can't deny that you can.
Even though I don't believe in calories in, calories out as a theory, there's no denying that exercise does increase your metabolic rate. Yes. So it can help you, and regardless of weight loss, a lot of people are following the ketogenic diet for health reasons, for, the prevention of cancer, for, the prevention of Alzheimer's, the list goes on and on. So regardless of whether weight loss is your goal, exercise is going to give you that benefit of endorphins. It's an antidepressant. It can help you sleep better. Bone density. The list goes on and on. So there's not a bad reason to exercise.
Right.
You got to find something you enjoy, because you're not going to stick with it.
No, that's a good point.
And if you're going to be using it for not just weight loss, but health benefits, you really want to find something.
Yeah, you do need to find something that you enjoy.
Because you won't keep doing it.
Because I know even with the bike, although I've been doing it, there's still a part of me that's like mentally it's kind of boring to a certain extent, and so I'm trying to give it time to get back, to get back into the groove of it. But I also know that I'm probably gonna have to start. I used to go walk a lot. I used to go walking and take photos, and so I'm gonna figure out how to do all that too.
As the weather gets nicer,
yeah,
it's a little easier too.
But we live in the Pacific Northwest, so
that's iffy.
We can't really wait for the weather to get nice to stop us from doing anything. So
Yeah.
Anyway.
So definitely try and get some exercise. I think the last one of the 5 reasons that you might be losing more slowly is hidden things, hidden starches, hidden sugars.
Yeah.
So once again, it's a good, check your labels.
Yeah.
We have a video coming up where I'm going to be making taco seasoning. And that's discussed in that video and it should be uploading or being published this weekend.
This weekend.
Yeah.
It's going to come out.
And just, you flip over a taco seasoning pouch and there's things that you can't believe in there. I mean, because there are so many names for sugar. Anything that ends in ose, dextrose, any of those is a good indication that it's sugar. It's just by a different name. Same with starch. It could say cornstarch. It could say potato starch. It could say maltodextrin. It could say, nargum, all kinds of stuff that you don't realize what it is until you Google it. Same with MSG. MSG comes in a lot of names.
Right.
And MSG can really mess with your insulin. Really. So once again, just label checking. And of course, you can't be perfect.
No, you can't be perfect. I mean, we say all these things and we tell you these things, but it's because we've learned over time that we've learned through experience that, oh, wow, you got to watch this stuff. I mean, I don't know if we ever talked about this, but we had found this awesome ice cream that we just loved. It was sugar-free as far as what the label said, and then when we started looking at the ingredients, it was like, oh, great, it's got maltitol, it's got sorbitol, it's got everything, every kind of artificial sweetener that basically
your body reads as sugar.
As sugar in it. Yeah. And it was good. It was really good. And I still have half a gallon in my freezer that I don't want to get rid of. But
I know.
Anyway.
Well, and my sister told me that saying that I told you the other day, that don't let perfect get in the way of good. So, especially when you're starting out with a ketogenic diet.
Yeah.
Trading something like that from the SAD diet is great.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, starting out, you're not trying.
That's a good point. That's a good
point,
point because
perfection, it's progress.
Yeah, because although we mentioned that ice cream, for example, I guess I would say on the flip side, if you're just starting keto, or I'm just going to say even if you're just doing maybe a version of low carb, that is actually still better than what you were doing before.
Exactly.
So, again, we are kind of at a different place with keto.
Now we're at a part where we have to really look into our diet and start tweaking things down because we're trying to continue to lose weight after having lost a significant amount of weight. So it's a little different for us. And these things that we talk about are all personal preference. It might not work for you. It might not bother you. You might eat this ice cream, test your blood sugar on your glucometer, and eat the ice cream, test your blood sugar, and you're fine. And
Right.
maltitol doesn't bother you. There are people that it doesn't bother. So you have to decide for yourself what is going to be your red light situation.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like every artificial sweetener affects people differently. Some people can eat Splenda, some people can eat aspartame, some people can
Right.
eat stevia, and then other people it just...
Right. And you mentioned aspartame. From time to time when I go out, I might have a diet
Yeah.
a diet pop, and I know that it contains aspartame, but I'm not doing that every day.
No.
I mean, it's every once in a while. I go out, if I go with my daughter, she might get something, and she actually...
Because most soda is still, from the machine, is still sweetened with
Yeah,
aspartame.
and so, so again, these are just guidelines, things that we are talking about, but, again, what did you say? You said something about perfect, don't be...
Oh, yeah.
Say it again.
Don't let perfect get in the way of good.
Yeah.
You're doing good. You're doing well. Don't let this striving for perfect make you stop doing good.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to get to perfect. That doesn't make any sense. So,
No.
you're still progressing out of the old lifestyle that you always knew.
Yeah, and I'll say this, another thing that, and this is not on the list, but even with keto, you can get to the point with keto where you are just eating too much stuff. Like for example, like for me, macadamia nuts.
Snacking.
Right, snacking. So you can even on keto, you could be doing keto foods, kind of keto approved foods, but still be eating too much of it. So, for example, one of my red light foods are macadamia nuts and pecans.
Oh,
So
nuts.
if I get pecans, salted pecans.
Yeah, they have to be, for me, roasted and salted.
Yeah, roasted and salted pecans. I just go like freaking crazy.
They're what, like potato chips used to be.
Yeah, that's true. That is what it is. Like they're like, and I can just be...
And some people are like, they can measure out their 23 or
Right.
however much, and
Right. So Sarah just handed me this handy dandy scale that I actually just got for Christmas. Actually, you don't know this, but this was actually for you. This was supposed to be your Christmas gift, but I never gave it to you because I decided to keep it. So
thanks.
you heard it here first. CJsKetoKitchen. This might be the last time she does one of these. So
I see how it is.
anyway, but this week
There's always Valentine's Day.
That's true. That's true. You can get one of these for
If you give me a
Valentine's
scale
Day.
for Valentine's Day, that would not be something I'd want to tell my friends.
So anyway, so this week, with the macadamia nuts, I've been weighing out my. I think they said on the container that 28 grams is a serving, and I've actually.
And you're probably surprised how little that is.
Yeah, I've actually been putting 28 grams on the scale, and it helps me make a decision. So I can still have the nuts if I want them, but I know that that's all I'm going to have. And I'm going to count that in my, because I'm tracking my calories. I'm going to count that into my macros for the day and call it good. So I don't know if you want to get all crazy and carry a scale around. I can't put this in my back pocket yet, but anyway, I'm doing it this week. I'm probably going to get another one for Sarah. And I'm probably going to get another one that I can keep at work. So.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But anyway, so even on keto, you can have keto foods that you just snack on too much, and that can cause you a problem too. So I know, for us, nuts are big red light food.
Yeah, definitely.
What else?
Well, how long do we want this video to be?
I don't know.
We can talk some more. We can save it for another video.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, so that's it for this week's Keto Conversations. Please let us know if you like this. This is kind of a new format. We're doing it together. And
or if there's any questions you have.
Yeah,
we love questions.
that's true.
We're
If there's any
willing
questions
to
you
answer. Or if you just have questions about us. If you want to know
Yeah.
questions about us, we are willing to do a Q&A. So
yeah, we actually thought about trying to do a live Q&A, and I think only one person responded to it, so that's fine.
we don't have that many subscribers. But
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. But anyway, if you got questions about us, that's cool too. We're pretty open about it, and if we don't want to tell you, we won't. So Anyway, so thanks for watching CJ's Keto Kitchen. If you're new here and kind of stumbled upon this channel, these are our keto conversations that we do every Wednesday. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell because we do new videos, new recipes every Sunday, and then videos throughout the week. So thanks for being here.
Do I get to do your peace?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's
right.
not quite the same
Peace.
when I do it. I look like a dark peace. Peace, y'all.
Okay. Let's stop. You're hurting yourself. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What up?
What's up, guys? This is CJ,
And Sarah.
and it's time for. I got it wrong. Let's try it again. What's up, guys? It's CJ,
And Sarah.
and it's. What day is it?
It's Wednesday.
Oh,
It's what
yeah.
it's supposed to be.
What's up, guys? This is CJ. I was waiting for you to sit down.
Oh, hello. I was just waiting for you to sit down. Do you want anything to drink?
I have water.
Okay.
A cup. So, do you see what it's showing?
My boobs?